Now let's take a look at our NF-11. Please, can it fit? Please. I've been collecting watches for a few years now, but this magnificent beauty is definitely the oldest active watch in my collection, the Casio NF-11 from 1993. Not only will we appreciate the beauty of this vintage timepiece today, but I'm even going to open it up and attempt a modification. That's right, I noticed that the much more modern Casio Bumblebee has a very similar lens layout. So that got me thinking, what if the internal modules of these watches are compatible? We're about to find out. These straps really are something else, a completely unique shape, a unique pattern that I've not seen on any other straps, and a beautiful matching color on both the top and the bottom that just complements this lime green color of the actual case. Super, super cool. Even the little buckle and clasp is in a lighter grey plastic here. And as you can see, guys, this watch is in absolute immaculate condition, even though it's from 1993. Whoever owned this before me, who is someone in Japan, took such good care of this. It's basically brand new. Have a look at the case back here. You can see that, as I said, very, very good condition. I don't think it's been opened before, maybe once to swap the battery. But look, the case back's also recessed into the case, okay? So that's going to be a really handy feature for stopping, I guess, sand and debris from building up in there. So anyway, an absolutely beautiful watch, and I do like the dark green of the lens here. Now, check this out, guys. There are some different colorways of the NF-11. You've got this sort of yellow one here. You've also got a dark green one. I even saw a brown one on eBay. But the thing is, guys, I don't know if you noticed, but why are their lenses swapped? It's like the yellow one has a green lens, the green one has a yellow lens. I just didn't, I just don't get it. And I really think that this lime green one with this matching dark green lens is the best colorway available. I'm super happy with this, and I've heard people call this colorway the pistachio, so pretty cool nickname for this watch. So let's talk about price for a moment here. The Casio NF-11 is obviously not being produced anymore. It's been 30 years plus. However, there are still used versions on eBay being sold at the moment. If you would like to check it out or pick one up, please visit genie.us/NF11. And I've got some saved listings there that you can check out. One thing you may notice, guys, is that all of the listings tend to have a new strap applied. And that's because typically these straps degrade over time. It's very, very rare to find one with such immaculate condition straps that haven't gone all sticky or degraded over time. Again, I'm just so grateful to have this spectacular watch in my collection. Now, as for the price, it will run you a couple of $100 just because it is so rare. However, the very more modern Casio Bumblebee, look, not as unique a case shape, does still have the same lens design, and it also features a backlight. This one will only cost you about $20 on eBay or Amazon, and this is a personal favorite of mine. I definitely advise picking one up. You can pick one up at genie.us/Bumblebee. And I'm actually wearing one right now. This is my Bumblebee V2. I'm very proud of this one. As you can see, I've put a matching Bumblebee NATO strap and like a colored diffuser and lens. So happy with this thing. Oh my God. Anyway, 20 bucks versus like 200 plus. So, a bit of a difference there. But guys, that is why if this module swap is going to work, it's going to be so groundbreaking. Because imagine you could buy an old husk of a NF-11 on eBay or whatever with a, maybe the module's not working. If this module from a Casio Bumblebee fits, that would be huge because you could get a brand new one for 20 bucks. And the other fantastic thing is, guys, as I said, this one does have a backlight. Now, it is very crappy. I bet you can't even see it. I've got so much light on, you really wouldn't be able to see it. But it's better than nothing. This one right here, 1993, they didn't add a backlight. So on the home menu, this button literally does nothing. So very shortly, let's crack into these and see if the modules are compatible, because I'm super excited to find out. So let's get the NF-11 on for a wrist check, and I'm actually double wristing today, guys. I've got my Freestyle Shark watch on, which I'm currently wearing and reviewing for Watch of the Week. And on the right, I have the Casio Bumblebee, which I showed you earlier. You can check that one out here. So let's take off the Freestyle Shark watch, and oh man, one thing I noticed, guys, it's really hard to unclip this bad boy, but yeah, definitely check out the unboxing video for this one here, and make sure you're a subscriber, because my 1 week review of this will be going live when it's ready. Here it is, the magnificent Casio NF-11 on my 6.5 inch or 16.5 centimeter wrist. Doesn't it look beautiful with that asymmetrical design? It just screams 90s, guys. I really love this thing. I've only worn it that one day since I got it on my birthday, and I'm really trying to keep this in pristine condition. It would be a real shame to scratch it up after being pristine for 30 years. So I'm not going to wear this in the shower. I'm not going to wear it to volleyball or really put it at risk. I don't think there's any compatible screen protectors for this obscure size, but if there is, let me know. But yeah, that's what it looks like. Now, let's actually attempt the module swap. Bubble has arrived on the scene to remind you to ram that like button. Haven't you, Bubble? Here's a treat for you. Good girl. Because we are about to attempt the module swap between the NF-11 and the Casio Bumblebee. What do you think, Bubble? Is it going to work? I'll take that as a yes. Good luck, guys. Here we go. Alright, fellas, here we go. A reminder, there's no guarantee this is going to work, but let's try this module swap. We're going to start with the beautiful Casio NF-11 and take the case back off, which is rather obscure. Look at that shape. So we're going to go ahead and use my electric screwdriver here. I've been absolutely loving this thing. Oh boy, look at that 1993 dusty ass case back. My goodness. Okay. Oh, look at that. They've even got the, I recognize that gasket size. I think we'll find that that's very similar to the Bumblebee. So check it out, guys. It looks like they've just padded out this space with extra plastic. In fact, they've even cheaped out and not filled those holes to save a few cents. There you go. So we're going to take out our little rubber gasket there, and I highly suspect that since 1993 the grease would have dried out a bit on there, surely. So we are of course going to bang this into our Lubri joints gasket grease, one of my absolute favourites. We chuck that in there and give it a spin, make sure it's nice and greasy. By the way, guys, any of the tools, parts or watches you see me use, I'll always leave links for them for you in the description below for the best price I could find. Now let's get this module out. I want to be very careful here. Oh, there it is. There it is. Now, take a look at this. Do we think that it's going to be the same size as the Casio Bumblebee? By memory, guys, by memory, this does look pretty similar. The only thing I think that could be off is it might be a little bit low, but we'll soon find out. So let's open up the Casio Bumblebee. And for this one, we are going to have to remove the little push pins here to get this nylon strap off. Typically, I'd use my little watch hammer set, this one here. Okay. Put it there. If in doubt, guys, stick with what you know. Okay. Bingo. That's one. And that's two. Shit. And that's two. Okay, now I'm actually gonna just do this on the table because I've already got a screen protector on here and I don't want to jeopardize that vintage module over there, so we're just going to do this one here. Bumblebee case back. Looks a lot cleaner than the NF-11, doesn't it? Well, I guess we'll put this gasket in here as well. There we go. And the module. Looks quite different on the back, although it is approximately the same shape and size. Just going to hook that out. Alright, moment of truth. Let's take a look. Okay, first impression, I do think that it is a little bit more central. Look at the gap there, top and bottom. Now let's take a look at our NF-11. Come on. Oh, do you know what, guys? there is a chance. There is a real chance that this works. So I'm going to put this NF-11 down and let's see if this backlight able module, you see that, is able to pimp out my vintage Casio NF-11. Here we go. Please, can it fit? Please. Oh. It's going in, guys. I've just got to tuck these. Tuck the pusher. Yep. Guys, is it just me or is that a perfect fit? But now let's see the front. Will it line up with the lens? Oh my God. It's magnificent. It is magnificent. Okay, let's turn the lights off and I'm going to screw it all in and we're going to test the backlight. Oh my God, I'm hyped. Oh. Gentlemen, I present to you the NF-11 with backlight. Here we go. Oh yes. Guys, check it out. Somehow that looks even brighter than it did in the Bumblebee, and that color perfectly matches this lime green. Guys, I don't know if you know how much of a big deal this is. We have just added an extra feature to a watch from 1993. Let that sink in. This watch has never had a backlight. There's probably no one else in the world with this watch with a backlight. I am so delighted. And one other thing, let me turn these lights on for a second. Compared to the lens of the Casio Bumblebee, in fact, I'm wearing one, look at this. You see the display window up there? It says PM, 24-hour, split. Those signals are all upside down. I don't know why they did that. I honestly think it looks much better. See? PM, 24-hour, split, all up the right way. It's much easier to read. So this is a massive upgrade. I'm super pleased with how this has turned out, guys. Make sure you ram that like button and subscribe for more cool watch mods, tips, and tricks. So of course that means this old dusty NF-11 module must fit into the Casio Bumblebee. Surely, right? Let's test. Bingo, it sure does. So we've just stolen the backlight function from here and chucked it into this bad boy. Oh yeah. So guys, I've made up my mind. I am keeping the NF-11 module safe and sound in this old Casio Bumblebee, just so that it doesn't get lost or damaged, and obviously I'm keeping this new pimped out NF-11 with its extra backlight functionality. I am super pleased with this, guys, and it makes an already unique watch even more completely unique. And I don't know if you noticed, but I tend to like unique watches, so super happy with this one, guys. So yeah, guys, this is kind of a big deal, because what this discovery means is that all of those old NF-11s on eBay that have a broken module, we now know that you can buy one just for the case and upgrade it with an even better compatible module for about 20 bucks. So do make sure you check out genie.us/NF11 to check out what's available on eBay and see if you'd like to get one working just like mine with an additional backlight. So please let me know down below what you think about this upgrade and what it means for watch modding. And also I'd be keen to know which one of the NF-11 colorways was your favorite. Is it the pistachio or lime green like me? Let me know. A massive thank you to our Goat Crew channel members for supporting the channel, you absolute legends. Here's a link if you'd like to join us. Here's our watch modding playlist for more upgrades just like this one and some other great content for you to watch next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next review. Hey Bubble, do you know what time it is? Paw. Oh, 4:16. Thank you, Bubble. Here's a treat. Good girl. Ha-cha-cha-cha-cha.